Good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State Drivers Institute partners Nigerian Insurance Association to train over 50 corporate drivers. Federal government empowers over 25,000 Delta youth and women in agriculture entrepreneurship. On the foreign scene, King Charles of England wants Australians to decide between constitutional monarchy or republic. In sports, Super Eagles to take on Russia in friendly game in 2025. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. The Lagos State Drivers Institute Luxury, in partnership with the Nigerian Insurance Association (NIA), have collaborated to train over 50 corporate professional drivers and dispatch riders to ensure safety on the roads. Speaking at the one-day training and workshop was the theme Safety Compliance and Mental Health in Driving, held in Victoria Island. The General Manager, Lagos State Drivers Institute, Afsat Yamiyu, urged other corporate organizations to take advantage of the services rendered by LASDRI to upskill their drivers in line with the Themes Plus agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Tiami noted that the agency will continue to partner with corporate organizations to ensure safety on the roads.
The first pillar, which is transportation and traffic management. Fortunately for us, we are under Ministry of Transportation, and our core mandate is to ensure drivers are trained, drivers are retrained, drivers are satisfied towards ensuring safety of life and property. So this collaboration will go a long way to get the best out of the driver. You can see the theme of this training is safety, compliance, and mental health. Because apart from getting driver to be a better driver through adequate training, their mental health too is very, very important.
Earlier, the Director General of the Nigerian Insurance Association, Bola Udukale, said the collaboration is to ensure that drivers and riders from various insurance companies learn, unlearn, and relearn safety rules on driving and adhere to them to save lives. According to her, at this point, the mental health of drivers is of utmost importance and for the safety of all residents.
We are here today for a collaboratory training of all drivers within the insurance industry with Lagos State. And this borders on safety, borders on compliance, and borders on issues around their mental health, just for the safety of our drivers when they are on the road. And we are partnering with Lagos State to ensure that this is done. Because you know Lagos State, when it comes to anything compliance, when it comes to safety, in every sphere, Lagos State is always at the forefront.
Some of the drivers trained expressed their gratitude to the state government and NIA for the laudable idea, which they believed would go a long way in shaping their activities on the wheels.
We are here for a very crucial training, which is very beneficial to me, especially based on my profession.
It is an exceptional training. It's really interesting and educative. We learned so far on how to make use of the road.
And we've learned a lot. I've learned about mental health skill and how good it is for a driver to be knowledgeable.
The head of training, NIA, Rosemary Okonkwo, who noted that the effort would be intensified on more training, said the latest is part of activities marking the Mental Health Week. The Lagos State Health District 3 has organized a data review meeting to assess the performance of key health indicators from primary health care centers across Ekpe, Etiosa, and Ibejuleki. The comprehensive review covered data from August 2022 to July 2024, offering valuable insight into healthcare delivery and the effectiveness of ongoing health interventions within the areas. In her opening remarks at the meeting, the permanent secretary of the Lagos State Health District 3, Mansurat Adeleke, emphasized the importance of maintaining high quality and accurate data to meet the health needs of the population. She highlighted the pivotal role data plays in healthcare improvement, stating that accurate and reliable data is the backbone of healthcare improvement. Adeleke further revealed that the review's findings showed significant progress in several key health indicators, particularly in maternal and child health immunization coverage and the reduction of communicable diseases. The Permanent Secretary concluded by reaffirming the district's commitment to utilizing data as a key tool for decision making, ensuring that the health of citizens remains a top priority. Over 600 residents of Ekpe and surrounding communities in Lagos State received free eye surgeries, glasses, and medications during a two-day medical outreach organized to commemorate the 2024 World Sight Day. The event, held at the Ekpe Local Government Secretariat at Itamaru, was aimed at addressing vision-related health challenges and improving the quality of life for the beneficiaries, including students, the elderly, youth, expectant mothers, and other residents. The chairman of the council, Surani Mashao, said the initiative was part of her administration's commitment to improving the well-being of the people. She noted that the theme of this year's World Sight Day, Love Your Eyes, Kids, guided the program's focus on providing essential eye care services to the community. She emphasized that over 500 students and residents received prescription glasses and eye care treatment to alleviate the financial burden of purchasing essential items. Anima Shah said in addition to the medical support, the council has also been actively involved in youth empowerment, skills development, scholarships, and sport initiatives to foster social integration and human capacity building. And now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is empowering over 25,000 youth and women in agriculture entrepreneurship across the Niger Delta state. Speaking to newsmen during the technical working session on group savings and loan and record bookkeeping in Owerri, Imo State Capital, the National Projects Coordinator, Abiodun Sani, said the working session under the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger Delta project is being funded by International Fund for Agriculture Development. He said participants were drawn from across the 6 states of the Niger Delta. Sani further said the empowerment will be across the value chain, which are production, processing, and building their capacity to market the product. The senator representing Oyo Central, Yunus Abiodun, has called for an appropriate policy framework to address the challenges of energy poverty in the country. Abiodun stated this at the University of Oyo, Akwa Ibom State, while delivering the Inyadu Ndayu's public lecture was the theme, addressing energy poverty in Nigeria, insight and implementations for rural areas. He argued that if such frameworks were not put in place, the challenges of energy poverty would continue to ravage rural communities and lock down their development potential across generations. In the same vein, Senate Committee on Environment has warned that if appropriate policy frameworks are not put in place, people would naturally resort to the crude use of biomass fuel, thereby resulting in deforestation, exposure to unclean indoor air, and other environmental and health hazards that kill through pneumonia, stroke, heart disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and lung cancer. In foreign news, King Charles III has confirmed that it has up to the Australian people to decide whether the country remains a constitutional monarchy or becomes a republic. Ahead of the King's visit to Australia next week, the Australian Republic movement exchanged letters with Buckingham Palace officials writing on the King's behalf. The future of the monarch in Australia is likely to be an issue during the royal visit by King Charles and Queen Camilla, which includes the event in Sydney and Canberra. A referendum on the issue was held in Australia in 1999 where people voted to remain a constitutional monarchy. And earlier this year, Australia's government said plans for another referendum were not a priority, but campaigners for a republic argue that Australia's head of state should not be the monarch, but someone chosen by Australians. King Charles's visit is from 18th to 26th October and will include a review of the Australian Naval Fleet in Sydney, Arbor, attending a community barbecue, supporting environmental projects, and meeting two award-winning cancer experts. In sport now, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will take on Russia in a friendly match in 2025. The date and venue of the game is expected to be announced once all the details are sorted. The Super Eagles will be involved in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers in the international windows in 2025. The game could be staged towards the end of the year, and it will be the first meeting between Nigeria and Russia at the senior level. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, always carry out proper and decoy checks on vehicles before setting out. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Drivers Institute last year, in partnership with the Nigerian Insurance Association (NIA), have collaborated to train over 50 corporate professional drivers and dispatch riders to ensure safety on the roads. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is empowering over 25,000 youth and women in agriculture entrepreneurship across the Niger Delta state. We also told you that King Charles III has confirmed that it is up to the Australian people to decide whether the country remains a constitutional monarchy or becomes a republic. Finally, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, we will take on Russia in a friendly match in 2025. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adesua Joyoka. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.